Let's see, it's Monday night, and welcome to Geeks Who Drink on Twitch. It is our weekly, absolutely free-to-play, completely unscored, Wild Wild West style quiz. How is everybody doing? It's Monday night, and I already feel like my weekend was not long enough. How about all of you? I know that this weekend is the 4th of July for those of us who care about things like that. For those of us who don't, you probably have dogs who hate it, and I am sorry, I don't personally light fireworks. I don't even really go out. Sometimes I'll go stand on the back porch and just watch fireworks going off. Let's see. What is there to go over? There's a whole bunch of you. You're working on a hype train. You got about another minute to make that happen, so cool. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Geeks Who Drink's Twitch channel. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a monthly free Twitch subscription. Why not use it on us? Also, I'm wearing this cool shirt. Look at this shirt. This shirt is awesome. I love this shirt. Let's see. I'm saying let's see a lot tonight because I haven't done this in a hot minute, and the last time I did, Micah was producing for me, so I felt even weirder. Don't forget to check out geekswhodrink.com to look at some of our virtual theme quizzes coming up on the next couple of Fridays. New Girl quiz happening this Friday, Disney Music quiz happening the week after that, Marvel on the 16th. Obviously, I'm excited about the Marvel quiz. Cool. We're going to do 7 rounds of quiz tonight. All the rounds are 8 questions. All the rounds are going to be worth 8 points, except for round 2, round 6, and round 7. Those are worth 16 points. If you're playing with someone like Jerry or Eric Brower and having them score for you, don't forget that you have a joker. You can use that to double the points for any one round. You should really think about using it for one of those double point rounds, one of those 16-point rounds, double it even further to 32. That's all of the important stuff that I have to go over. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into a little bit of quiz tonight. Let's get into it with round number 1. Round number 1 tonight is going to be, hey Bulldog. Hey Bulldog. Every answer is a dog breed, more or less. Every answer is a dog breed, more or less. Question number 1. Number 1, according to legend, an enthralling route from Superior to Wausau, Wisconsin, inspired the name of what bus company? According to legend, an enthralling route from Superior to Wausau, Wisconsin, inspired the name of what bus company? Sarvaz, that is not a Doctor Strange cloak. That's just a window with a curtain on it. I promise you. If I had a Doctor Strange cloak, I would probably be actually wearing it while I host. Question number 2. Round 1, number 2. Because Haynes paid him to, Michael Jordan once weighed in on the age-old debate about what's or briefs. Because Haynes paid him to, Michael Jordan once weighed in on the age-old debate about what's or briefs. Also, you missed Mjolnir on one side and Stormbreaker on the other. Also, my Oculus is back there somewhere. And all of my D&D books, because I'm a giant nerd. Moving on, round 2, number 3. Also, if you don't want to get spoiled or you don't want answers given away in the chat, you can just minimize it. Just hit the little arrow at the top left-hand corner of Twitch and collapse the chat so you don't have to see it. But where's the fun in that? Because the chat is how I'm going to interact with everybody tonight. Question number 3. The International Pediatric Hall of Fame inducted what timber rapper for his charity work with Miami area hospitals? The International Pediatric Hall of Fame inducted what timber rapper for his charity work with Miami area hospitals? Oh, great, Gabbo, I could do you even one better for me being a giant nerd because I have MODOK on my desk, too. I have MODOK on my desk. I also have Apocalypse, and I also have one of the armored vehicles from Aliens and Deep Space Nine, because I'm a giant nerd. Question number 4. Number 4, Yun Fat to his friends. What's the surname of the Hong Kong actor who played Master Li Mubai in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? Yun Fat to his friends. What's the surname of the Hong Kong actor who played Master Li Mubai in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? If I'm not muted, moving on. We're still in round 1. Hey, Bulldog, every answer is a dog breed, more or less. Question number 5. Number 5, after shuttling Charles Darwin around for 5 years, what ship helped map the southeast coast of Australia? After shuttling Charles Darwin around for 5 years, what ship helped map out the southeast coast of Australia? Round 1, question number 6. Number 6. Released a decade apart, Neutron Dance and Fairy Tale were hits for the Who sisters. Released a decade apart, Neutron Dance and Fairy Tale were hits for the Who sisters. What's up, Jerry? I see you there in the chat. How's it going? So last week you guys are going to be scoring? Are you finally getting back into doing something else? Question number 7. Number 7, though it's literally named for a desert, what northern Mexican state has more forest acreage than any other? Though it's literally named for a desert, what northern Mexican state has more forest acreage than any other? And final question of the round, number 8. Question number 8. Small cartridge filled with nitrous oxide used for huffing is an oddly straight-laced Urban Dictionary definition of what drug? small cartridge filled with nitrous oxide used for huffing is an oddly straight-laced Urban Dictionary definition of what drug? Alright, that is the end of round one. Hey, Bulldog. I think you all know what time that means. It's time for our first bonus question. Sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. Find our Zoom schedule on our website at geekswhodrink.com. Also, do !Zoom in the chat, and you can get a $1 off coupon for any of our quizzes. Don't forget, we've got theme quizzes on Friday, and hey, there's a Marvel quiz coming up on 7/16 that I'm pretty excited about. First bonus question of the evening! ! And your answer. At an impressive 15, the breed with the most Westminster's Best in Show wins is the wire fox. What? At an impressive 15, the breed with the most Westminster Best in Show wins is the wire fox. What? Let's go over the answers for round number one. You guys have until I start reading the answer for number 7 to submit a bonus answer. Question number 1. According to the legend, an enthralling route from Superior to Wausau, Wisconsin inspired the name of Greyhound. Number 2. Because Haynes paid him to, Michael Jordan once weighed in on the age-old debate about boxers or briefs. And no, I don't think that Haynes paid him to have that mustache that he had at the time. Number 3, the International Pediatric Hall of Fame inducted Pitbull for his charity work. Number 4, Yun Fat to his friends. What's the surname of Hong Kong actor who played Master Lu Mubai in Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon? That's Chow Yun Fat. Number 5, after shuttling Charles Darwin around for 5 years, the Beagle. Number 6, released a decade apart, Neutron Dance and Fairy Tale were hits for the Pointer Sisters. Number 7, though it's literally named for a desert, what northern Mexican state has more forest acreage than any other? Well, that's Chihuahua. I have 3 Chihuahuas. Maybe I'll bring Bruce in to say hello later. Number 8, small cartridge filled with nitrous oxide used for huffing is an oddly straight-laced Urban Dictionary definition of a whippet. A whippet. And our bonus question. Hold on a second. I may have skipped a part of this process. I gotta have it tell me who the winner is. Alright, now we all good. Alright, our bonus question for round number 1. Bonus question, an impressive 15, the breed with the most Westminster Best in Show wins is the Wire Fox Terrier. The Wire Fox Terrier. Round number 2, as always, is our music round. Our theme for round 2 tonight is Rainbow Rock. Rainbow Rock. We are celebrating the anniversary of Stonewall with a round on LGBTQIA+ music artists. Just name the titles and the artists as always. If you're being scored, 1 point for song title, 1 point for artist. If you only know one but not the other, still put it down because you'll get a point for that. If you really like your answers for round 2, you might want to use your joker to double your points. I'm going to run all 8 audio clips for you twice back to back. Let's go through them now.
Complications. She never kept the same address. In conversation, she spoke just like a baroness. Middleman, try now, but down to get get you might have been a good incident. Believe capital H I am. Hey, I love this record and me, I'm on it for labor, yes. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. And the living is easy. Three short jumping, and the cotton is high.
But my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe.
There's some broken in the kitchen, and I sit and pray they never feel my strife. But then my partner called to say the pension funds were gone. We made some bad investments, now the count's all over.
Control, and when you touch me, I'm a fool. This game I know I'm gonna lose. It makes me want you more. Even if it means that I'll never put myself back together.
Now I really come to see that life would be much better once you're gone. I know that I can't take no more, it ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door.
To avoid complications, she never kept the same address. In conversation, she spoke just like a baroness. Middleman, trying up and down to get you might have been a good incident. Believe capital H I am. Hey, I love this record and me, I'm on it for labor, yes. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. And the living is easy. Three short jumping, and the cotton is high.
But my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe.
There's some broken in the kitchen, and I sit and pray they never feel my strife. But then my partner called to say the pension funds were gone. We made some bad investments, now the count's all over.
Control, and when you touch me, I'm a fool. This game I know I'm gonna lose. It makes me want you more. Even if it means that I'll never put myself back together.
Now I really come to see that life would be much better once you're gone.
Number 2 was, of course, the music round we just did. Let's go over all of those real quick. Number 1 is Killer Queen by Queen.
She spoke just like a baroness.
Number 2, Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Number 3, Summertime by Billie Holiday. Number 4, Meant to Be by Baby Rexha, Baby BB, featuring Florida Georgia Line. Number 5, Take a Walk by Passion Pits.
We made some bad investments, now the counts are low.
Number 7, Hard to Break by Kim Petras. Number 8. Now number 8. It's Bye 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 by NSYNC. Or if you're a TikToker, NSYNC. Alright, that is the end of our answers for round number 2. I'm going to go ahead and get into round number 3. Round number 3 tonight is going to be reverse engineering. Reverse engineering. I'll describe the construction of something backwards. You name that thing being deconstructed. I'll describe the construction of something backwards. You name that thing being deconstructed. For example, New York sends a large Roman goddess back to France to be decrowned and have her spiral staircases flattened. New York sends a large Roman goddess back to France to be decrowned and have her spiral staircases flattened. That is the Statue of Liberty. Question number 1. Number 1, leaving Central America, Teddy Roosevelt orders a 51-mile ditch to be filled in so that ships will have to go around. Leaving Central America, Teddy Roosevelt orders a 51-mile ditch to be filled in so that ships will have to go around. Well, they didn't just bring back Thrawn in The Mandalorian, Brendan. They also brought him back in Rebels. If you haven't watched the animated series, Dave Filoni, who is one of the executive producers and director of The Mandalorian, also made both The Clone Wars and Rebels, which are just great shows. Great shows. Bad Batch, which is now airing, is also fabulous. Number two, if you plant it, they will go away. After Kevin Costner grows corn over his baseball diamond, the ghost of Shoeless Joe Jackson slinks back into it. If you plant it, they will go away. After Kevin Costner grows corn over his baseball diamond, the ghost of Shoeless Joe Jackson slinks back into question number 3. Number 3 of round 3. A structure of biblical proportions slowly descends from the heavens when God makes all the builders speak the same language. A structure of biblical proportions slowly descends from the heavens when God makes all the builders speak the same language. Round 3, number 4. Number 4, shirtless hippies extinguish a 100-foot dude, stop their dancing, and spit out their drugs onto the Black Rock Desert. Shirtless hippies extinguish a 100-foot dude, stop their dancing, and spit out their drugs onto the Black Rock Desert. Just realized Piercing Goblin's not here to complain this isn't a 50-50 round. Question number 5. Number 5, a gauche modern arena is uprooted from the top. In its place rises the Beaux-Arts beauty of the original Penn Station. A gauche modern arena is uprooted from the top, and in its place rises the Beaux-Arts beauty of the original Penn Station. And question number 6. Number 6, Alec Guinness jumps off a plunger, shoos commandos away from his infrastructure project, and then has his POWs take it apart and return to the Burmese jungle. Alec Guinness jumps off a plunger, shoos commandos away from his infrastructure project, then has his POWs take it apart and return to the Burmese jungle.
One, two, three, funky.
Question 7, second to last of the round, number 7. A baker frees a layered cone of pastries from its caramel prison, sucks all the cream from each one, then backpedals to her dictionary to look up the French word for crunches in the mouth. A baker frees a layered cone of pastries from its caramel prison, sucks all the cream from each one, then backpedals to her dictionary to look up the French word for crunches in the mouth. Final question of the round, number 8. Number 8, a cage rises as a guy dives out of a bucket and onto a seesaw, which flips a ball into a bathtub, which rolls up multiple slides into another bucket, and a boot comes to rest. A cage raises as a guy dives out of a bucket and onto a seesaw, which flips a ball into a bathtub, which rolls up multiple slides into another bucket, and a boot comes to rest. Alright, that is the end of round 3, and it is time for our next bonus question. Bonus question sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. Use ! Zoom in the chat to get a $1 off coupon for a ticket for any of our Zoom quizzes. You can also find our schedule on our website at geekswhodrink.com. Bonus question, probably thanks to druids or something. A famous ring of standing stones in Wiltshire, England, mysteriously disappears. Probably thanks to druids or something, a famous ring of standing stones in Wiltshire, England, mysteriously disappears. Round number 3, that was this whole round we just did, reverse engineering. Leaving Central America, Teddy Roosevelt ordered a 51-mile ditch to be filled in so ships have to go around. That's the Panama Canal. Number 2, if you plant it, they will go away. After Kevin Costner grows corn over his baseball diamond, the ghost of shoeless Joe Jackson slinks back into it. It's Field of Dreams. Number 3, a structure of biblical proportions slowly descends from the heavens. That's the Tower of Babel. Number 4, shirtless hippies extinguish 100-foot dudes, stop their dancing, and spit out their drugs. That's Burning Man. Burning Man built, or does it just get shit into existence? Number 5, a gauche modern arena is uprooted from the top, and its place rises the Beaux Arts beauty of the original Penn Station. That's Madison Square Garden. Number 6, Alex Guinness jumps off a plunger, shoos commandos away from his infrastructure project, then has his POWs take it apart and return to the Burmese jungle. That's the bridge on the River Kwai. That's the bridge on the River Kwai. Number 7, a baker frees a layered cone of pastries from its caramel prison, sucks all the cream from each one, then backpedals to her dictionary to look up the French word for crunches in the mouth. That is croquembouche. Croquembouche. And number 8, a cage rises as a guy dives out of a desert and onto a seesaw, which flips a ball into a bathtub. Ball into a bathtub, which rolls up multiple slides into another bucket, and boots come to rest. That, of course, is Mousetrap. We probably would have accepted a Rube Goldberg machine while we were at it. All right, your bonus question. Back to round 3. Bonus question sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. Find our schedule on our website, geekswhodrink.com. Probably thanks to druids or something. A famous ring of standing stones in Wiltshire, England, mysteriously disappears. That's Stonehenge. Stonehenge. Number 4 tonight, Hustle and Flow. You don't want to win a bonus unless Micah... Well, everybody wants to win when Micah is hosting because it means that he doesn't have time to play the melodica while he's announcing a bonus winner. Hustle and Flow, it's a round on insurance mascots. It's a round on insurance mascots. Question number 1. Number 1, in 2005, what insurance company offered Disney millions to add a certain duck to the movie Chicken Little? In 2005, what insurance empire offered Disney millions to add a certain duck to the movie Chicken Little? Jerry is also first on my screen, so I think that means he wins. Moving on to question number 2. Number 2, though Snoopy flew a Sopwith Camel, MetLife, Snoopy 1, and Snoopy 2 were what other class of vehicle? Though Snoopy flew a Sopwith Camel, MetLife, Snoopy 1, and Snoopy 2 were what other class of vehicle? Round 4, number 3. Question number 3. Esurance says they retired their cartoon mascot Erin because she was appearing in internet porn, an inevitability known as Rule what number? Esurance says they retired their cartoon mascot Erin because she was appearing in internet porn, an inevitability known as Rule what number?
Still gotta turn that shit up. Shouts to the boys. Hallelujah, hallelujah, stop. Still here, saving for the nice watch. I'ma put my head down and steam through the green roots. Hey, like my hair color crazy. Hope the chain game maintain. I'm some monster status with the crooked smile, like I'm hanging in the Louvre status.
Round 4, question 4. The Geico Gecko was created out of necessity. There were a dearth of human actors in 2000 due to strike by AFTRA and what other Hollywood union? The Geico Gecko was created out of necessity. There were a dearth of human actors in 2000 due to a strike by AFTRA and what other Hollywood union?
Hey, more time and jealous for the boys in the hill. No Royce in the hills, them boys with the real. More time and jealous for the boys with the real. Them boys in the hill gon' make it to the hills yelling. Bitch, you can't touch this. When the blow get the cheddar encrusted. Pac-Mans with the mans that I run with. Blowing up the phone shit. A blessing is a dumb shit. A run shit. Bitch, you can't fuck with us. Shut down, being all when we stun the dub.
Round 4, hustle and flow. It's a round on insurance mascots. Question number 5. Number 5, Allstate's Mayhem mascot was roughly based on Mr. White, Harvey Keitel's character from what Tarantino film? Allstate's Mayhem mascot was roughly based on Mr. White, Harvey Keitel's character from what Tarantino film?
Y'all done fucked up now, eh? Y'all done really fucked up now, eh?
What up, babe?
Diamond jackets in the front, 100 G's in the trunk. Only searching for a hit, fuck the blunt, hit a blunt. Diamond jackets to the back, put my city on the map. We gon' cook it up and sell it like we're slinging this crack. This addiction bring affliction, put my psyche in the Reiki. I can kill anybody when they don't talk about pain. The love and the pain, they come insane. The hill raise the boys, when I'm talking about my squad, I'ma raise the voice for real. This shit sound like man's on fire.
Round 4, question 6. Number 6. Longtime Allstate spokesman Dennis Haysbert showed up as God to break up a fight between Michael and the title character on what Netflix show? Longtime Allstate spokesman Dennis Haysbert showed up as God to break up a fight between Michael and the title character on what Netflix show?
I don't give a fuck.
round 4, number 7, second to last of the round. So metal. Lately, there's been a bunch of commercials for The General, where what NBA legend gets abused by his friends for shilling the General? So meta. Lately, there's been a bunch of commercials for The General, where what NBA legend gets abused by his friends for shilling the General? I have to ask, and I'm showing my age right now, what the fuck is up with the alphabet in the chat? What is up with that? Somebody explain it to me. Meanwhile, question number 8. Number 8, elsewhere in basketball, players humiliating themselves. Kevin Love and Damian Lillard played the children of the Hoopers in ads for what largest U.S. auto insurer? Elsewhere in basketball, players humiliating themselves. Kevin Love and Damian Lillard played the children of the Hoopers in ads for what largest U.S. auto insurer? Okay, I'll roll with it. I'll roll with it. Go teamwork. All right, that is the end of round 4, Hustle and Flow. It's time for another bonus question. Brought to you by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. Find our schedule on our website, geekswhodrink.com. Winner of tonight's bonus questions wins 2 free tickets for any of our Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. The Limu Emu is a CGI creation, but if advertisers ever wanted to put sunglasses on a real wild emu, they'd have to fly to what country? The Limu Emu is a CGI creation, but if advertisers ever wanted to put sunglasses on a real wild emu, they'd have to fly to what country? Round number 4 is the round we literally just did. It is Hustle and Flow. Number 1 in 2005, what insurance company offered Disney millions to add a certain duck? That was Aflac. Number 2, though Snoopy flew a Sopwith camel, MetLife, Snoopy 1 and Snoopy 2 were actually blimps. Number 3, Esurance says they retired their cartoon mascot Erin because she was appearing in porn, an inevitability known as Rule 34. Number 4, the Geico Gecko was created out of necessity. There were a dearth of human actors in 2000 due to a strike by AFTRA and SAG. Number 5, Allstate's Mayhem mascot was roughly based on Mr. White, Harvey Keitel's character from Reservoir Dogs. Question number 6, longtime Allstate spokesman Dennis Haybird showed up as God to break up a fight between Michael and the title character on Lucifer. Back half of that season just aired last month. Lucifer's great. I love it. Lucifer is absolutely fabulous. Number 7. Question number 7. So meta! Lately, there's been a bunch of commercials for The General where what NBA legend gets abused by his friends for shilling the General? Well, that's Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. And number 8, elsewhere in basketball, players humiliating themselves. Kevin Love and Damian Lillard played the children of the Hoopers in ads for State Farm. All right, and now we are back to the bonus question, sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. Bonus question: the Limu Emu is a CGI creation, but if advertisers ever wanted to put sunglasses on a real wild emu, they would have to fly to what country? That is Australia. Australia. Our theme for round number 5 is going to be Seward's Folly. Seward's Folly. Happy Alaska Day. We've never been, but it's cold, right? Anyway, name these movies definitely, probably set in Alaska. Seward's Folly, Happy Alaska Day. We've never been, but it's cold, right? Anyway, name these movies definitely, probably set in Alaska, maybe. I'll run all 8 video clips for you twice back to back. Let's hit it.
Way up north, to Alaska. Way up north, to Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north for Russia's home. North to Alaska.
I'm talking about we're beaten.
We're not beaten.
I'm not beaten. We're in this game. Anybody here tired? No. Anybody f***ing tired? No, Sonny. Not tired. Holt?
I'm just warming up, Sheriff.
Connor?
I'm ready, John.
That our bad luck has worsened. That is...
A passenger has died on the train. He was murdered.
Good God. Murder here?
Alas, madame.
God rest his soul.
As we are snowbound, I have elected to take the case and find for my friend Monsieur Book the criminal.
It isn't Benning!
We're in this game. Anybody here tired? No. Anybody f***ing tired? No.
Here.
Alas, madame.
God rest his soul.
As we are snowbound, I have elected to take the case and find for my friend Monsieur Book the criminal.
Why don't we go over the answers for round number 5 real quick?
Way up,
Number 1
way up north.
is Mystery Alaska.
Go north to Russia.
Number 2
North to Alaska. Go north to Russia's own.
is Balto.
Sam left Seattle in the
3
'92 with George Carter and
it's a Call of the Wild, I guess.
they crossed the
Number 4
and found the Bonanza Gold.
Number 4 is Fargo. Probably one of the best Coen Brothers movies. Number 5.
Across the majestic mountains to the valleys.
Number 5 is The Shining.
He talked to his team of a husband
God, that looks so fucking ridiculous. Number 6
with the northern lights a running wild in the land of
is Murder on the Orient Express.
McCord was a mile
Number 7
in the year of 1901 where the river is wide.
is Cool Runnings. Number 8.
To Alaska, go north to Russia.
Number 8 is one of my favorite movies ever. It is The Thing.
Way up north.
Yes, I do think that Fargo is better than Hail Caesar. Round number 6. It is our second to last round of the evening. Round number 6 is one of our last two 16-point rounds as well. Suck it, Pluto. Answer these two-part questions about planets in our solar system for 1 point per part. Suck it, Pluto. Answer these two-part questions about planets in our solar system for 1 point per part. Question number 1. Most of these had nothing to do with Alaska. 2 of them were not even on the same continent. You are absolutely correct. That is why the joke is funny. Question number 1. Number 1, during the Mercury Redstone 3 mission, what Allen became the first American in space? And for a second point, what hidden figure did trajectory analysis for the mission? Number 1 again, for the first point, during the Mercury Redstone 3 mission, what Allen became the first American in space? And what hidden figure did trajectory analysis for the mission? Round 6, question number 2. Number 2, first, the Venus flytrap is native to North and South where? And for a second point, despite its name, its diet is mainly what picnic pest? The Venus flytrap is native to North and South where? And despite its name, its diet is mainly what picnic pest? You know, I've never actually watched Psych, and before everybody piles on me in the chat, it's not because I didn't want to. I just honestly, it just kind of flew below my radar. I did notice that it is all on Peacock the other day, and I just finished a House rewatch. I think Psych might be up next. Number 3. Question number 3. First, until 2015, Earth City, Missouri was home to the training facility of what NFL team? And for a second point, it's still a major hub of what package shipper founded by James Casey? Number 3, until 2015, Earth City, Missouri was home to the training facility of what NFL team? And for a second point, it's still a major hub of what package shipper founded by James Casey? I mean, if we're talking one word, one syllable shows, absolutely worth binging. Fringe? Question number 4. Number 4, non-candy products owned by Mars Inc. include what rice brand that recently changed its racist name? And for a second point, what pet food named for a cat's facial features? That's worded weird. Non-candy products owned by Mars Inc. include what rice brand that recently changed its racist name? For a second point, what pet food named for a cat's facial features? Mean Mr. Mustard 66, I have a tattoo of the numbers from Lost. I'm just saying. Round 6, Suck It Pluto. It's 2-part questions about planets in our solar system. Number 5, first, Jupiter is the nickname of the last symphony composed by what precocious Austrian? And for a second point, it's in what key that corresponds to a piano's white keys? Jupiter is the nickname of the last symphony composed by what precocious Austrian? And for a second point, it's in what key that corresponds to a piano's white keys? Actually am looking forward to the Halo series. I think it'll be pretty good, especially once they cast the game actress as Cortana. I got much more excited about it as an entity that is about to exist. Question number 6. Number 6, first, Sega released the Saturn 6 years after what biblically named console? And for a second point, 4 years before what sleepily named console? Sega released the Saturn 6 years after what biblically named console? And 4 years before what sleepily named console? And question number 7, second to last question of the round. Number 7, the Uranus neighborhood is in what capital of Romania? And for a second point, the only EU cities with more people are Berlin, Rome, Paris, and what city on the Iberian Peninsula? The Uranus neighborhood is in what capital of Romania? And for a second point, the only EU cities with more people are Berlin, Rome, Paris, and what city on the Iberian Peninsula? Brower, I loved Wings. Wings and Coach were both great shows. Question number 8. Number 8, Eggs Neptune is a variation of Eggs Benedict. In what national meat is replaced by what seafood? And for a second point... Oh, never mind, I'm dumb. Both points are in the one question. Eggs Neptune is a variation of Eggs Benedict in which what national meat is replaced by what seafood? Alright, that is the end of round 6. Suck it, Pluto. It's time for our next bonus question. Bonus question brought to you by Geeks A Drink Zoom quizzes. The winner of the bonus question gets 2 free tickets for any of our Zoom quizzes, viewable on our website at geeksadrink.com for the schedule. Alright, bonus question time. Okay, we'll throw Pluto a bone. Before he was Mickey's dog, he was Minnie's, and he shared what classic name with a class of lunar vehicle? Okay, we'll throw Pluto a bone. Before he was Mickey's dog, he was Minnie's, and he shared what classic name with a class of lunar vehicle? All of the answers for round number 6. Round number 6, Suck it, Pluto. Number 1, during the Mercury Redstone 3 mission, Alan Shepard became the first American in space. And what hidden figure did trajectory analysis for the mission? That's Katherine Johnson. Number 2, the Venus flytrap is native to North and South Carolina. And for a second point, despite its name, its diet is mainly ants. Number 3, until 2015, Earth City, Missouri was home to the training facility of the St. Louis Rams. And it's still a major hub of what package shipper founded by James Casey? That's UPS. Number 4, non-candy products owned by Mars Inc. include Ben's Original. And what pet food is named for a cat's facial features? Well, that's Whiskas. Whiskas. Number 5, Jupiter is the nickname of the last symphony composed by what precocious Austrian? That's Mozart. And it's in what key that corresponds to a piano's white keys? That's C major. Number 6, Sega released the Saturn 6 years after the Genesis. And for a second point, 4 years before the Dreamcast. Dreamcast got short-shifted. It had a lot of neat features. It just, came at a really bad time. Let's see. Question number 7. Number 7, the Uranus neighborhood is in what capital of Romania? That's Bucharest. And the only EU cities with more people are Berlin, Rome, Paris, and Madrid. And question number 8. Eggs Neptune is a variation of Eggs Benedict, in which what national meat is replaced by what seafood? That is Canadian bacon and crab meat. Oh, crab meat. That's just awful. And let's get into our bonus question for round 6. Round 6 bonus question sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. All right, we're gonna throw Pluto a bone. Before he was Mickey's dog, he was Minnie's, and he shared what classic name with a class of lunar vehicle? That's Rover. That's Rover. Everybody knows what the final round is all about, don't we? The final round is random knowledge. It's worth 16 possible points. And I hit the wrong button, so I guess we're skipping the video tonight. Final round, random knowledge. It's worth 16 possible points. Some questions have multiple parts. Some will be worth multiple points. Make sure you pay close attention to each question. 16 possible points. Some questions have multiple parts. Some are worth multiple points. Make sure you pay close attention to each question. Question number 1. Number 1, Emma Thompson and Emma Watson most recently co-starred in Beauty and the Beast, where Thompson voiced what very British object? Emma Thompson and Emma Watson most recently co-starred in Beauty and the Beast, where Thompson voiced what very British object? Final round, question number 2. Number 2 is going to be worth 2 points. Number 2 is worth 2 points. First, baseball commissioner Rob Manfred led the probe of what AL West team's sign stealing. And for a second point, ex-commissioner Bud Selig used to own what team that plays at the former Miller Park? 2 points. Baseball commissioner Rob Manfred led the probe of what AL West team's sign stealing. And for a seconder point, ex-commissioner Bud Selig used to own what team that plays at the former Miller Park? Final round, number 3. Number 3, Juilliard's music school is on the grounds of performing arts complex that anagrams to lentil concern. Juilliard's music school is on the grounds of a performing arts complex that anagrams to lentil concern. Final round, question number 4. Number 4, 3 yes or no points. 3 yes or no points. Does Uruguay border Paraguay? Does Iraq border Iran? And does Afghanistan border, and I'm going to mangle this terribly, Azerbaijan? 3 yes or no points. Does Uruguay border Paraguay? Does Iraq border Iran? And does Afghanistan border Azerbaijan? We're in the final round. The final round is, of course, random knowledge, worth 16 possible points. Question number 5. That dank oil hippies have slathered on for decades comes from what flowering plant whose name is Tamil for green leaf? The dank oil hippies have slathered on for decades comes from what flowering plant whose name is Tamil for green leaf? Final round, number 6. 3 points. I'll name the 3 least famous members of a band. You just name the group. I'll name the 3 least famous members of a band. You just name the group. Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horan, and Liam Payne. Philip Selway, Ed O'Brien, and Colin Greenwood. And third, Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo. 3 points. I'll name the 3 least famous members of a band. You name the group. Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horan, and Liam Payne. Philip Selway, Ed O'Brien, and Colin Greenwood. Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo. Quavo. All right, it is the penultimate question of this evening's quiz, number 7. Number 7, despite being neither, the extinct thylacine was known as both the wolf and the tiger of what faraway island named for Abel something? Despite it being neither, the extinct thylacine was known as both the wolf and the tiger of what faraway island named for Abel something? final question, number 8. Number 8 is 4 points. 4 points. Exiles from American Idol, Project Runway, Deal or No Deal, and Modern Family. Who were the 4 judges on the most recent season of America's Got Talent? 4 points. Exiles from American Idol, Project Runway, Deal or No Deal, and Modern Family. Who were the 4 judges on the most recent season of America's Got Talent? That is the end of the final round, Random Knowledge. It is time for our last bonus question of the evening. Once again, sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. The winner of the bonus question gets 2 free tickets for any of our Zoom quizzes. Find our schedule on our website at geekswhodrink.com. Bonus question: what third most populous U.S. state doesn't have any of America's 10 most populous cities? What third most populous U.S. state doesn't have any of America's 10 most populous cities? Final round, Random Knowledge, question number 1. Emma Thompson and Emma Watson most recently co-starred in Beauty and the Beast, where Thompson voiced the teapot. Number 2, 2 points. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred led the probe of the Houston Astros for their sign stealing. And ex-Commissioner Bud Selig used to own the Milwaukee Brewers. Number 3, Juilliard's Music School is on the grounds of Performing Arts Complex and Anagrams to Lentil Concern. That's the Lincoln Center. Number 4, yes or no points. Does Uruguay border Paraguay? No, it does not. Does Iraq border Iran? No, yes, it does. I'm a liar. Yes, it does. And does Afghanistan border Azerbaijan? No, it does not. Number 5, that dank oil hippies have slattered on for decades comes from patchouli. Get your patchouli stink out of my quiz. Number 6, 3 points. I'll name the 3 least famous members of a band. You just name the group. Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horan, and Liam Payne. That's One Direction. Philip Selway, Ed O'Brien, and Colin Greenwood. That's Radiohead. And Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo. That's Migos. Number 7, despite being neither, the extinct thylacine was known as both the wolf and tiger of Tasmania. Tasmania. And final question number 8, 4 points. Exiles from American Idol and Project Runway, Deal or No Deal, and Modern Family. Who were the 4 judges on the most recent season of America's Got Talent? That's Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Howie Mandel, and Sofia Vergara. Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Howie Mandel, and Sofia Vergara. And let's get to our bonus question. Final round bonus question. Sponsored by Geeks Who Drink Zoom Quizzes. What third most populous U.S. state doesn't have any of America's 10 most populous cities? Well, that's Florida. Because of course it is. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I always have fun hosting these events. The chat is always really awesome to interact with. Don't forget about all of our theme quizzes coming up. Don't forget to use code TWITCHY1 for $1 off of Zoom quizzes. And don't forget to subscribe and like Geeks Who Drink on Twitch. Don't forget you get a free subscription via Amazon Prime every month. why not throw it our way? I have been your host, AJ. This has been Geeks Who Drink. And as always, we're awesome.